I won't be surprised if 5 years down the line from now, I tell you, ChatGPT passes by exam.
Even as a normal, regular person, a non-lawyer, if you want to interpret certain concepts, it's something you can easily type up. For instance, okay,
Yeah.
what does indemnity mean?
Is there a robot lawyer? I don't think there's a robot lawyer yet. But I don't think there will ever be. I don't know.
There will certainly be. I can say that for free. I'm not the one that will
So
build
who would
it.
the robot lawyer defend it? Welcome back to the Clause and Effect Show with Jumi and JT, the smart conversational law podcast where fine print is turned into clear conversations. And today we are asking, can law and technology really get along, or are they doomed to be frenemies forever? On one hand, tech makes legal work faster, smarter, and cheaper. On the other hand, it creates brand new problems like who is responsible when your robot lawyer gives bad advice? Is there a robot lawyer?
I
Do we
mean,
actually have a robot lawyer?
I mean, we are in that direction. They will exist,
Okay.
definitely, if they don't already.
Wow. Okay. You have a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just feel like robot lawyer, that's way fished. That's so far fished.
Yeah. So, I mean, today's topic is a bit of an unusual one.
Yes.
I feel like it will be more a debate as to how law and tech interrelate and which one will, which one the good effects will outweigh the bad
one.
effects.
Because the way
Right.
it's going, it feels like AI is, of course, taking over in quotes.
Yeah.
But I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Because I still believe in human creativity, not the artificial one. But the way it's going, the way people ask AI, ChatGPT this, ChatGPT that,
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if 5 years down the line from now, I tell you, ChatGPT passes by exam. That is when I'm going to hang out. Like, okay, I'm done being a lawyer because how is it that we're able to read through? With the rigorous law school bar
Experience.
finals, and then you tell me chat's what really? And it's quite amazing how tech and law can merge. But on the flip side, I feel like for law, Nigerian law in quotes, we are still a little bit far behind with technology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The point is that for tech to really make headway in your sector,
yes,
and I mean tech in terms of giving legal advice.
yes,
Now, for it to make headway in your sector, there has to be certain factors in place.
okay,
For instance, are all our laws digitized? The answer is no.
exactly.
Right? Even with the human being lawyers, sometimes if we want to access a particular law,
Yeah,
we
we
have to have contacts,
Yes.
quote unquote. I know there are certain legal laws that I have to reach someone to reach
somebody
before
just
I can
to
get
it.
access.
Yes.
So, those are some of the limitations, artificial limitations for now, that may curtail law getting to that stage of being able to, maybe we have a robot lawyer who will actually be giving advice to clients. So, but yeah, having said that premise, we should, for instance, look at, okay, how does uh, tech help law? In what instances has tech contributed to the growth of legal compliance here in Nigeria?
Yeah.
And I think one of the easy, I would call them low-hanging fruits that we've seen is automation of certain works.
Yeah.
Pardon me for the use of the word works. Or automation of certain services that we lawyers provide. One of them is compliance.
Yeah.
Right? Compliance, I can tell you for free, is a bit of a nightmare. Right? Because
I know, right?
in Nigeria, what happens is that you have 10 laws that have, okay, in step A, you have to file this. In step B, you have to file that.
Yeah.
So, if you give that to a human being and you say, JT, you have to deliver this on a daily or weekly basis, it's routine, monotonous work.
Yeah.
And while there is a reason why that exists under the law, because you want companies to be compliant, for the personal individual lawyer, you start to look at your work and say, what am I doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what the tech has been able to help us do is that it has helped us automate in certain instances. I won't mention names, obviously, but there are some tech tools out there today
Yeah.
that help companies become compliant. You can do your filings on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Even I know I'm aware that regulators like, well, they are not regulators, agencies like the NFIU,
Yeah.
that's the National Financial Intelligence Unit of Nigeria, receive what's it called, reports digitally. So it makes it easier, as against someone sitting down, and so you can file in bulk if you want to do compliance. So that's like one of the examples that tech has helped to contribute to law.
Yeah.
AI tools, like you mentioned, they have also helped us improve in a way, because it helps even as a normal, regular person, a non-lawyer. If you want to interpret certain concepts, it's something you can easily type up. For instance, okay,
Yeah.
what does indemnity mean? Into ChatGPT or
Yeah.
any of the AI tools, and it explains that concept to you.
Yeah.
That's also one of the ways it has helped us improve
I know.
services.
Well, I know. Tech has, in quotes, made life easier in terms of law now. And don't you think that in the same vein, it's the negative side, in
Yeah,
quotes,
yeah, yeah.
it's actually like also is it on the same scale of balance now? Like put it on the same
Mm,
scale of balance with the positive, because of course when you tell somebody that okay, this person comes to you, they want to draft
mm.
an agreement, or they want to buy a land, or they want to, and they tell you that, okay, you tell them that, okay, this is the amount you're charging, I mean, for the service fee and all of that, and they'll be like, it was something that ChatGPT that can do. Okay, now go to ChatGPT and we go to somewhere cheaper.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And of
Yeah.
course, they will
Mm.
probably read it through. I mean, understand the legalist words and all of that on ChatGPT. And in that quote, they feel like, okay, since this thing has explained it to me, I can
I
as
can
well
go
draft it
ahead.
myself. And then, and well, they
Mm.
could actually draft it, because you'll be surprised that somebody intelligence can do that. But now, putting that kind of agreement, that drafted agreement, into terms, or making it viable,
Yeah.
because as a lawyer, if you look at it, you know that no, this agreement was probably drafted by an inexperienced person, or someone that just went to do copy and paste
Yeah. Yeah.
from a site or
That's always
somewhere.
obvious. It's always obvious. It's
Yeah.
always obvious. I mean, I've seen certain contracts that I knew this can't be
Work of a
a
lawyer.
work of a lawyer. So and in that regard, it also speaks to how we should be careful when we are adopting certain solutions, right?
Yeah.
You may be confident that you're doing the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
but there are certain clauses that ChatGPT or another
There's
AI tool
just that
wouldn't
one
know.
certain clause, or
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
edge of that
yeah.
contract.
To cite an example, right, so that it doesn't look like we are trying to scam people,
Yeah.
right? It's always good that when you have a liability clause,
Mm-hmm.
you follow it on with your indemnity clause,
Yeah.
right? Because a liability says, oh, I'll be liable for X,
Yeah.
right? If you don't indemnify, or you are not indemnified on the back of that liability,
Mm-hmm.
you can be looking at a shell company tomorrow that owes you liability, and you won't see any
There's no,
assets
of
there. Do
course.
you get when you choose to go after them? So those are the little differences that a lawyer or a professional lawyer brings to the table as against a chat GPT. And those are the negative side effects of over
Yes.
reliance,
Yeah.
if I were to use the word.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I also think that one of the benefits is access to online legal platform that makes services affordable and also available.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there are a couple of solutions today that helps the life of lawyers. That when I was doing internship, maybe back in 2016, 2015, well, I don't, yeah, in that period, or 2015, I don't think a lot of the solutions we have today
We're available then.
were available then.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if we were looking for an authority,
You have to look through
you
the
would go to the
library,
library, you have all the
NWLR, of
indexes and all
course.
the law reports,
Yeah.
you will sit down. So what lawyers then had to devise is that each lawyer typically has a case book, like a big book,
Yeah.
where they literally write out
The
their
cases.
authorities on certain points.
Yeah.
We had to do things manually then.
Of
Well, I
course.
wasn't a lawyer,
Yeah,
but
but of course
they had to
you have
do
to,
things
yeah,
manually. We, the interns, had to sit down for hours
trying to find
trying to find something. But today, all you have to do is take one of those solutions.
yeah.
They should come and sponsor us, by the way. But
Yeah,
you,
what was the
you,
name of that? That's true.
you don't mention
I
them.
shouldn't mention them. Why would I mention them? Because they might actually come across this video. So we can as well
I
mention
mean,
them to come and sponsor us.
yeah.
We
So
are not doing free
one
adverts
of
for you
the
anyways.
so one of those solutions today, you literally log in,
Yeah.
search a case, and it pops
Brings,
up
yeah.
an authority.
Mm-hmm.
So what lawyers now do is that almost the thousands of lawyers that come out of law school get a subscription first,
Yeah.
right? So that
Please
your
let's
life
mention.
don't mention.
We'll mention. Okay. Okay.
You get a subscription and
Yeah.
then you start, researching based on
Yes.
that, and that's one of the
Yeah,
most
I think
excellent examples.
it has made that this particular solution you're talking about has made research work a little bit more easier
Easy,
compared
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
where you have to go to what's it called, to the library and start
yeah.
searching.
They're,
You know, you
they're,
said by index, you said by the year, then you start searching by the
exactly
name,
the
the name, the
subject
first letter,
matter.
the oh my god, that was very tiring.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
very
And
tiring.
one other interesting thing that I see popping up nowadays is that aside even research, regular people can look for lawyers in certain sort of directories,
Yeah,
apps,
yeah, that's true.
right? Such that if you need a lawyer on maybe wills, you can
Yeah,
say, okay, let me look for a lawyer
an
with
area of
expertise. You just go
specialization.
into that app,
Yeah,
go and look for a lawyer, speak to them
yeah,
before you then engage them formally. So,
yeah, that's true.
there are several examples where it has really, really improved um, our lives.
Yeah, so but for the bats for the side effect, or let me put it that
The
way,
negative
the
effects,
negative,
yeah.
yeah, for the negative, the legal risk of tech. I feel like one of the issues we have is what's it called now? Data's breach or cybersecurity attacks. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah,
In a place like Nigeria, I mean we are not as much advanced as the other countries, I mean the power countries in quotes. And then, back in the days, I mean, lawyers, they keep the files, when you enter into a law office or the normal traditional law office and you see stack of files, yeah,
yeah,
for maybe for a
yeah,
client's file and
yeah.
all of that. But now I think a lot of these firms have improvised and they keep files of course digital files and all of that. But the issue right now is, what if there's a cybersecurity
Attack,
outbreak
yeah,
or attack
yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that, and then maybe, for example, somebody in a political sphere has access to later had access to what's it called, one of the files of the
Yeah, yeah,
opposing
yeah,
party or
yeah.
something, and then you know how it goes in Nigeria, and then uses it against
Them.
the and by us, there's confidentiality in law. We don't expect whatever our
You have a
whatever our clients have
confidentiality
done. Of
obligation.
course,
Yeah,
we have an obligation to be confidential with whatever it is they've done, even
yeah,
if it's
yeah,
murder. But don't murder anybody, anyways. But then you understand what I mean.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this could be a serious thing. This could be a serious
Yeah, it's one of the negative side effects. It's just that, like you said,
yeah.
law firms, of course, have a fiduciary duty of
Yes.
confidentiality,
Mm-hmm.
and what then that requires is that, even as a lawyer or a law firm, you have to put certain safeguards
Yeah.
in place. For instance, you need to have the highest standards of where your data is stored, how you are, maybe they call it de-anonymization, such that, okay, even if it's a name, or all this sensitive personal data
Yeah.
can't be accessed even if there's a breach. So those are some of the standards that are required to, well, counter the negative effects of how
Yeah.
technology impacts us.
I understand.
Yeah.
Then also we also have issues of misinformation or deep fakes. You know when you, so you know sometimes when you type on Google and then it brings out different what's it called? Maybe you want to check for the definition of something, and then
Mm.
it brings out different definition on different sites. You know,
Instances.
this,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
of course.
yeah,
Sometimes some words can be right, but you know that some are far fetched from being right,
yeah,
and of course that's the misinformation automatically.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, I think that's one of the issues
I
we
mean,
will be dealing with.
tech generally nowadays, what we struggle with is, in terms of maybe misinformation or disinformation, is that the people reading it have to be aware
Yeah,
that what they're reading is
it's accurate.
misinformation or is
Oh
accurate,
yeah,
which is why it's important that where you get your information, you are sure that it's a verifiable source, right?
yes,
Just don't take information from anywhere, because what technology has done is that it's available to everyone.
yeah, available to
Everyone can
have,
put out the
everyone has
kind of
access.
information that they want. So
Yeah,
you, as the person
that is
accessing it, have to now take that extra step
to be
to
ensure that you're getting
ensure
the
that,
accurate
yeah, you're
information
getting the
from
accurate
the right source,
information.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, also what do you think personally, your own opinion, what will you think about law and tech?
Mm.
For me, I feel like Nigerian law, we're still like far behind when it comes to area of technology. Because I'll give you an instance. There was a time I was speaking to a friend, and then like trying to use an AI tool, and I mean being a lawyer, and I felt like, oh, I'm not, well, even till now, I'm not still AI tool still when I'm using it, I feel like no. I want to use my creativity, or I feel
Yeah,
like, do you
yeah,
understand? I still prefer
yeah.
that human creativity. So, and this my friend was like, okay, he was like, he noticed that lawyers are always they shy away from using these AI
Mm.
tools, of course, because imagine the books we've read just to become a lawyer. You know how big
Yeah.
those textbooks, how voluminous those textbooks were. So
Yeah.
imagine reading through those textbooks and being able to pass through undergraduate days of 5 years of undergraduate schooling, then going through law school curriculum. I mean, law school curriculum is wow. Oh my god! If you have ever written the bar finals, I mean, respect. I mean,
Yeah.
lawyers can relate, but you know how voluminous just our curriculum can be. If you are able to write through all that without the use of ChatGPT or any AI to back then, I mean, you should be able to do more with
Mm.
your creativity.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah. So I mean, I agree with you to the extent that, you know, what you shouldn't allow tech do to you as an individual is remove that creativity from you as
Yes.
a human, even not necessarily as a lawyer, but,
As
well,
every
most
human
important,
being, I
as
mean, every
every human
profession,
being.
cutting across
Yeah.
every profession,
So and that doesn't mean that you should be totally agnostic to tech
of
tools,
course.
right? So the way I sort of balance it is that what I use tech tools or AI tools to do is improve
Your work.
my work, or in some instance they serve as the person on the other side. So for instance, if I want to make an argument,
Yeah.
um, I say, okay, what arguments will you counter against this, you know, argument or theory that I've put forward,
Yeah.
such that it's I see the loophole in the counter argument it's making back, and
Yeah.
that strengthens my own position, or
Yeah.
it helps me change my own position. So lawyers can use that balancing act to ensure that it doesn't remove their creativity
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah, then I think again, you know, normally in law, it's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
But right now, I think it's innocent until Photoshop proves until Photoshop proves otherwise. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
understand
yeah, yeah.
because of the age we are in, the evidence being used in courts, of course, it's gonna be digital. Maybe I don't know, a CCTV footage or something. You understand? So
Mm.
it's not innocent until proven guilty. It's innocent, innocent until
Yeah.
until digital
But
footage
yeah,
says
I mean,
otherwise.
on that point, it also shows us the kind of things that we lawyers may have to confront in the future,
Yeah,
right? Which they may not have confronted before, because anybody can Photoshop things,
yeah.
anybody can alter
Images, not
images,
even with
right?
the age of
Yeah,
AI
and
images.
and that's what law is now grappling with in terms of
Yeah,
catching up, because when someone can generate something, if you want to disprove it, right,
yeah.
it's you will typically get an expert to say, okay, if we look at an image, how can we identify if it was altered or
Oh,
the true state of it?
that's
So
true.
lawyers too have to build up that expertise,
Yeah,
or get someone on the side that knows those kind of things,
yeah,
so that if you come across cases like that, it's those experts you turn to
yeah.
as your expert advice. Some lawyers may even want to build it themselves, so that you are the one giving expert opinion in cases in the
Yeah,
future.
yes.
That's how you respond or change with how technology is
Mm,
impacting
yeah.
your sector.
And the unfortunately, I think one of the sad parts with this is that law evolves slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, why technology is moving fast. Before you know it now, I mean, was it not less than 5 years ago we had the iPhone. What was it? Now we have iPhone 17
Yeah, yeah,
and all of that. You understand? So tech is constantly moving, but law you can't just wake up. One thing about law, you can't just wake up and okay, for example, if President Tinubu passes a law, let's say less than 24 hours ago, then he
mm.
comes again today and says that no, this has to be. I mean,
I
of
mean,
course,
there's
even the
no
Senate.
business, no sector
Do you
is going to work
understand?
with
Of
that.
course, no
Yeah,
society is going to work with that. So law with it evolves slowly, it moves slowly compared to tech, and I
yeah,
think in a kind of way to bridge this, law has to like up his game, and it doesn't have to necessarily move as fast
at
as
the
tech,
pace.
but
Yeah,
at least there should be a certain pace it needs to like evolve with too as well.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's also a case of, if the law as it stands today, the way you draft it, you should also give, will I say, allowance for
For changes for
changes,
yeah.
essentially, and that's what legislators and regulators have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
That when you're making a law, give yourself the flexibility to adjust
Change.
as things change, as
I think
against that rigidity that we are used to.
yeah, I think is the things are really changing and times because the times are changing as well. And in a ways, tech is also transforming law. I mean, for better or worse, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
also, I also feel regulators to also try and catch up, and then individuals and businesses embrace innovations, and in all of these, balance is key. I mean,
yeah.
law cannot outrun tech, and at the same
Not
time
really.
we need to we can't move as law can't move as fast as they can, but we need to like um move on with the pace, like
Yeah, yeah. I'll try to keep
yeah,
up with the
keep up with
pace.
them. Yeah, yes, 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 so that we don't hear tomorrow, we don't wake up and hear robot lawyer is suing but is there a robot lawyer? I don't think there's a robot lawyer yet, but I don't think there will ever be. I
There
don't
will
know.
certainly be. I can say that for free. I'm not the one that will
So
build it,
who
but
will the robot lawyer defend? Co-robots, fellow
I'm sure. I'm
co-robots.
sure. I'm
Then the
sure.
judge will be a robot. A judge will sit down and listen to a robot. I mean, it doesn't make it. Not in Nigeria.
So
I mean, it could happen in other countries in the
yeah,
Western world, but
okay,
like
fair
not in
enough.
Nigeria. I don't think
But I
any
mean,
judge.
if we look at the history of how things have worked and panned out,
Yes.
there are a lot of things that, if you look at it, it's because they seem normal to us today,
Okay.
right? If you take a 16th century person and show them a number of things that they can see today, it will look like it's impossible. So
Yeah,
never say
that's true. Never say never.
never.
So we can wake up and see
Yeah,
and see the headline: self driving car plead innocence. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. That's the point where there's something they call artificial general intelligence. Like
yeah,
we are not so sure if the AI tools we see today, if they will get to that point where they almost take the form of
human.
a human being or a
Hmm.
form of a person. So there's the potential that they will get there,
Yeah.
which is where we will probably see this kind of headlines, but
Hmm.
something to think about.
I just feel like law and tech, well, they can't entirely be friends.
Yeah,
Like we said, they can be frenemies. Maybe sometimes today friends, tomorrow enemies. But in between, the key is finding the balance, and in all of this, helping our law develop and also innovate new ideas.
yeah.
Thank you for listening to Clause and Effect, the Smart Conversational Law podcast. Tech and law may fight sometimes, but at the end of the day, they need each other, like Batman and Robin, or more accurately, like Batman and his lawyer. If you enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe and share it with a friend who has ever argued with their smart speaker, because I know some people argue with smart speaker. Hey Siri, can you get a song or something? And if you have ever got a tech and law story, send it in via our mail address clauseeffects.co@gmail.com. We'll see it just below on the screen. We might feature it on a future episode. Thank you. See you until the next episode.